Hey Stitchy Muses and welcome back to Sewing Vision. I am Vivian and today I will show you how to sew the Sandy Bikini top. This front tie detail makes it super flattering and honestly really fun to wear. I'm sewing the regular version today, and if you have a fuller bust, I do have a full support version currently in testing, so stay tuned. First we have to tape the pieces together. When assembling the paper pattern, don't trim the pages. Simply tape them as they are printed. And don't forget to set your printer settings to 100%. Then we can tape them. Oh, it hurts. I don't know where my paper scissors are. And simply tape the pages together. And we can cut the pattern out from the paper. Don't worry, I won't use my fabric scissors. I use my paper rotary cutter, and I use this one only to cut the paper pattern. So cut your paper pattern out from the paper. For this style you will need 35 centimeters of your main and also lining fabric, the full width. I still call it main and lining fabric, but fabric A and fabric B would be more precise for this. And a half meter of swimwear elastic. You can also add the elastic to the seams for extra stability. Then you will need about 3.5 meters. Now we can cut the pieces. Now fold your fabric and cut 2 front pieces from the fabric A. Then cut 1 back piece on the fold. When you make reversible pieces like this one, you have to decide which color you want to use for the straps, or you can make one from each color, as I am doing right now. So I will cut one from this color. And then the second one from the other color. Hope it won't be too crazy. We will see. And then cut also 2 front pieces and 1 back from your fabric B. So we have 2 back pieces and 4 front pieces. And we need to make the straps first. Take your strips, fold them in a half lengthwise and pin them together. Oh, if you like to, you can also pin the elastic at this time. Then take your straps, the elastic, and we can move to regular sewing machine and stitch them together. Then use a loop turner to turn your straps to the right side. If you don't know where to find a loop turner, I have a few pieces on my website, so you can grab one there. And the second one as well. Both straps done. I really love the colors. We will see how the whole top will turn out. Then place the A fabric front pieces right side up and put your B pieces right side facing the right side of the A pieces. I think I will still call it main and lining is maybe better than A and B. But I'm pretty sure you know what to do. We have the front pieces right sides together, and now we can pin them all around. At this point you can see how precise cutter you are. And the second one as well. And stitch the top and the bottom edges and also the underarm. You can use zigzag or a serger. Leave the side seams and strap openings unsewn. I can use a longer stitch. And slide your straps through the strap openings. You can use the loop turner again and just slide it through. And the second one as well. Then you can use a tweezers to push it a little bit inside. And to secure the straps, I like to use a straight stitch. And I am going 2 times forward and backward. Turn your both front pieces to the right side. And I just put the seam allowance to the back, or it's not exactly the back, but to the one layer, so it's the same on both sides, like this. Then take your back piece. I have the light one, the fabric A, I think, and mark the strap loop placement. Did I say strap loops? And mark the straps placement. And now I have this piece this way and facing the fabric A with the right side of the fabric A. And pin or baste your straps onto the mark. Exactly this way. Because if you do it the other way, it's facing this side to this side. That's not what we want. Make sure you are facing your A fabric with the A fabric, or A front with A back. You can also baste the straps in a place. It's maybe better to do that so they won't move in the next step. And the second one as well. Then take your second back piece and place it right side facing the right side of the first one. And pin or baste the top and bottom edges. And sew the top and the bottom edge. And I will add the elastic now. As you know, I was a little struggling last time sewing the elastic on my serger, but I changed the needles, so I hope it will work pretty well. We will try it and we will see if it's okay or if I will use the zigzag. So I'm sewing just about 6 or 7 millimeters without the elastic, and now I will add the elastic to the seam. Yeah, I think it's working pretty nice. I just like to stretch the elastic a little bit on the back, and I will also use longer stitch. We are at the strap place now, so I'm going really slowly here. Okay, we will see. The second strap. Okay, pretty nice, but I need to sew the strap one more time. It can happen and it's totally okay. I will just remove a few stitches here and stitch it again from the other side, maybe, so I can see the second fabric. And I will also stitch the second strap once more to make sure it's really secured in a place. And then the bottom edge as well. Add the elastic. And I am stretching the elastic a little bit again. Okay, so the upper top was just because of the straps. In case you would like to know which needles I use, it's this one. Now, tuck your front piece inside the back one, right sides together, and pin the side seams using the tube method. The light fabric, or fabric A, is facing the right side of the fabric A, and B is facing the B. Then align the seam and pin it. And also on the other side. And I will pin the side seam all around. And do the same also on the other side. So the strap should be really straight here, and then tuck the front piece inside the back one. Then align the seams and pin it all around. I have the smallest size you can make. So if you saw a bigger sizes, then it's probably easier to do it. And we also need to leave an opening in one of the seams. So I will mark 2 or 3 centimeters here. Also from the other side so I can see it. And now we can sew the whole seams using a serger or a zigzag stitch, and don't forget to leave the opening unsewn. I always start at the seam and then continue all around. You can also baste the layers together first, so it'll be easier. And I know I forgot the opening, so I have to make it on the other side. I need to start here so I can leave the opening and stitch it the same way as the first one. You won't struggle with the pins if you baste the layers together instead, and you won't get hurt. Now turn your sandy to the right side through the opening we left here. Make sure you removed all your pins. Now we are almost there. Oh, I forgot my basting stitches here. So I can remove them now. Where is the second strap? Oh my. Okay, I forgot to do that. Just remove the basting stitches from here. And we can continue in turning the whole piece to the right side. And we are almost done. And the last thing we need to do is to hand stitch the opening. So I will just trim the threads from here. Ooh. And hand stitch the opening. Where is this one from? And our fully reversible Sandy Bikini top is done. So let's try it on.